अभी अलाइनमेंट कर रहे हैं. बस टच होना चाहिए.
ठीक है.
हाँ.
Me myself Rakesh Sir. I am learning EDM cutting through my friend Rahul and Nirmal, and also my friend Akash is here. What's your name?
It's okay.
Rohit sir.
अच्छा okay. Start from scratch, bro. Once. Okay.
So essentially now we have placed our wire on the near to the plane in which we have to define our y and x.
So we have okay.
Our y and x.
So initially wire should touch almost, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see it is very close, right?
Then we go to job set mode.
So this is like starting. I want to know
This is
from
like
where I.
yeah.
So if you
Open the
on the
software, then this would come up. Whatever was the previous program would be shown if it was there. Then the current position of x and y is shown here, and the go-to position of x and y. Once after we give a program where x is supposed to reach and where y is supposed to reach is shown here. Now we go to job set mode. This is under F4.
So this is the option for what?
So this is where we align the wire.
Okay, for wire alignment.
Yes.
Okay.
So here we have many options. We mainly use this align edge find mode.
So first this,
Yes.
then align.
edge find.
Okay.
Fine. That one is fine.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So now we go there. So it will ask, do we want to clear previous points? So we put yes.
Yes.
So we can see that everything is 0 now. Point 1 and point 2 is now 0. Now we go to point 1.
So what is these 2 points?
So these are the 2 points that will help us define the plane of the cutting.
Okay.
So let's see. So now we have direction in which the wire has to move. We have all these arrow directions which show which direction the wire has to move. Now if you see the sample, our wire is on the left side of the plane.
Yes.
So it has to move towards the right.
Hmm.
So we check the 0 direction and we give OK. So you can see that
It moved, right?
the plane, the setup slightly moves until the wire touches the plane.
Okay, it makes sound also, right?
So now point 1 is defined. So we can see x and y coordinates of point 1 is defined. Now we go to point 2. Sorry. Before that we have to move the wire to the second position.
Okay, yeah. So like second is the last.
Anywhere along the plane. So essentially after this is done, your wire will move in parallel to the plane in y direction.
So this is like second points.
So again it should move to the right side. So we again press 0. Then okay.
डॉक के बाहर है, डॉक टच नहीं है,
Touch नहीं हुआ? Okay.
बाहर गया.
Oh, it should touch. So suppose I have selected wrong points. If I want to cancel it,
Then I think we'll have to go back to run mode. फिर से जाना पड़ेगा. Clear previous points का option आया था.
okay.
There we'll
Not
have
with
to
this.
cancel. नहीं, not with this. This is just for stopping the machine.
Okay. So in both points, the wire has to touch.
Where has to touch the plane?
Okay.
Whichever plane we are.
ले लेगा. Okay.
Now we are doing point 2 again. Okay. So it will start moving. And it will show align edge find. And the beeping sound will.
So
Now we
sound
see
will.
the align angle of this much angle. So this is the angle. I'm supposing this is the angle with which the wire is aligned now. So this is the angle of your plane. So now wire is aligned with this angle.
0.3.
3 minus 0.3.
Okay. So this is machine itself. They have
Yes.
some angle. Okay.
So we give yes. Now in usual cases we can set 0 at this point because in usually we cut along the plane. Our 3D print block will be on the plane, so we cut along the plane. So we can set our 0 here. Then whatever distance we give will be respected as 0. But in this case we don't have to do that because we are cutting outside of the plane. So no need to set 0. Just have to be careful about the values.
Okay, you have to minus this so that it should come to
Whichever
0.
direction you are going, we have to add or minus the value which you are giving because the code y and x coordinates which you are giving in the G code is always absolute coordinate. So it will depend on the current 0. So if the 0 is in that side, then all distances will be given with respect to negative y and negative x. So depending upon the current x0 and y0, we will give the values here. So now the main alignment part is done. So we have to go back to run mode. This is where the main cutting.
So if you click, it will
is
start.
No. So now we are at the run mode. Now we can see that this is the current position of the wire. Now we have to move the wire to the
okay.
actual starting of the cut point.
That I'll do from here.
Okay, so that you can do using this jog, right?
सही हुआ देख सही हुआ देखना थोड़ा सा
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है.
Starting point of the cut. Now we can start the cut. So we'll close the door. So door closed.
Door. So you have to close the door
This is the door.
so that water should not come out.
सर वो अलाइनमेंट का वो डिग्री उधर आया नहीं क्या?
आया डिग्री आया
Yeah, this will always be set to 0.
हाँ उधर शो होएगा ना.
And that this page it will show.
0.
So now-
minus 0.3
So now everything is set. We just have to give our code. So for actual code, we use the WEdit software. In this software, we can type if you have multiple lines of code. If you have to make a complex cut, complex shape cut, then we will use the WEdit code, or you can open the code file which is already saved from here. Then it will automatically load. But for this time, we are only doing a single line cut. So it is enough that we do a manual data input or MDI.
Okay, for single line code.
For single line code. So we press that. So this is asking which will kill your current program. The current program is this. This was previously saved program, but we don't need this, so we will kill this one. So now we have to give the program. So as of now, Y is at something 5.8650, and the thickness of our specimen is 20 mm.
20 mm.
So the wire has to move 20 mm to make the cut. So we give the G code of G01, which is the linear traveling code. G02 is clockwise
It will come to
rotation.
origin basically. yeah.
G03 is counterclockwise rotation. So these are all basic G code terminology itself. Now we are going to give Y. So Y positive is in that direction. So we can see here Y positive is away from us. When you are facing the machine, Y positive will be away from us. So we have to go in that direction. So starting from 5, if I give 25 here, essentially it would move 20 mm.
So 5. Okay, so 5 will be the covered. It go to 0 and
Automatically
then.
Y is at 5. Now Y is at 5. So if I give 25, 5 to 25 it will move. So that is a 25 mm.
Fine.
So I'll suggest give it 28.
Yes. So we will give 28 because
Little bit extra.
Yeah, little bit extra
Anyway,
we
it is
give.
going to stop before
Yes.
itself.
Once the cutting is done, it will automatically stop. Sometimes if the distance is less, it will just move that distance simply and it will stop there. So it is fine if you give a. It is better to give a higher value.
Okay.
So once I load it, you can see that the distance have been updated here. 22 mm it is going to move. The wire is going to move 22 mm. So this will also include some distance it moves until it touches the actual cutting portion, because it is slightly before the plate now. So now it is starting. So water has started there.
So it starts automatically.
Now the Y has been updated here. So from 5, Y is going to move till 28. And here we have the speed. Now it is traveling at 1.5. per
Bring
minute.
the T on, T off.
Now this is the machine parameters which will define the cutting process. So mainly we have T on and T off, which gives the pulse on time and the pulse off time. You can see the values here as well. So this essentially corresponds to 110 seconds per millisecond.
Okay.
So these are the time of pulse on and pulse off. This will determine the speed of your cutting. Then the important thing we have, another thing is this is all input current, this thing and voltage, and this is the water pressure.
Okay.
So water pressure is at 3 now.
How much we should keep?
Usually 3 and 2 is fine. 3 or 2 is fine. If your material is very long, the cut is very long, and it is producing, you can see that it is producing fumes and all, you can increase it to 4 or 5 or something, because that will be very much more water.
What's
If I
the
keep
unit?
it to 4,
What's the unit?
unit I'm not sure. So if I keep it to 4, it is probable that the water can come outside, splash outside.
Okay.
So okay.
Water is splashing outside. So force has been
But
increased.
one more thing, ki if you have not tied your sample too tightly, then it may
Then
fall
can
down,
also
right?
fall down with respect to the
Based
water.
on that, you have to maintain that pressure.
So as of now, WP first value is at 0, which means that this is a drainage mode, water drain mode. So you can see here this symbol is powered on.
Drain,
So this means that whatever water is coming out of the this thing, it goes out the drain. We can also make it 1, which will close this, and this will light, which means the submerged mode. So we can also do submerged cutting in this
Okay, okay.
machine.
Whole water will be stay
The
inside.
water will fill up and the cutting will happen underwater. Essentially, submerged cutting will happen. So usually we don't use it. Only I think it is used for many very big parts and all, which needs more heat
Okay.
dissipation. Then we have the wire feed rate, which is what is fine now. The wire keeps on moving while it is cutting.
So this wire fade rate is depending upon that material.
Material also, huh? So 4 is fine, I think. Titanium के लिए भी 4 was fine. So 4 में we can do. And this is, I think, the wire tension. This also depends on how much it is pulling. So more tension leads to chance of wire breakage also.
Yeah.
These are the main parameters that we looked at, and out of this is the main parameter that we will change during cutting if we want to see how it is going. So back here we have a gauge, the ampere gauge. So the idea is that this dial should not go more than 2. This is the second one. It should
below
not,
or equal?
It should be below 2.
Okay, it should be below 2.
If it goes more than 2, then that means that wire breakage ka chance is more.
Okay, okay.
So
So
as
can
of
you...
now, we have kept it 10 and it is giving us 2.75 mm per minute and the dial is below 1 only. So this is very good. You can keep going that way. And because since this is a kind of a lattice structure, you can see that the speed is varying because of in the middle it is getting some free space to move.
Yeah. Okay, so can you explain these ones, all the buttons once?
So basically this is your jog speed dependence. So this is the normal speed of jog. So when you press this, the wire moves with the high speed. You can use the medium speed or very low speed.
Okay.
And this is the wire movement, wire
I think,
spool movement.
that
This
movement
thing.
is...
So this only moves the wire out the bottom bottom part. So there is a roller behind
Back-
the machine which brings the wire out.
So back side there is roller.
So essentially this button controls that roll. It is not for the full thing. It controls the inside roll. So it will take the wire outside. This is the button for the water. Now water is still on, so that is why it is
Okay.
powered green. This is for suction, where the wire is pulled from top to bottom. So once the wire breaks, or if you are installing new wire, then you will pass it manually into the bottom thing and you will press this. So once you press this, this will automatically get turned on. So what this means is the bottom thing sucks the wire in and the roller tries to pull it out.
Okay.
So only when you press this enough times, when you see that the spool is rotating, then the wire, the new wire installment is correct. Otherwise it will not work.
What is
Then
this?
this is the remote function.
Okay.
Then mainly as we said, this is the submerged tank mode and this is the drainage mode.
Okay.
So we have the start and stop here. Same thing we have on the screen as well. So if you want, we can stop and start from the screen or from the jog itself.
These are
Then we have the main controls. The main controls we have x minus, x plus, y minus and y plus. So this is just like the direction of, as we said, y plus is away from us, y minus is towards us, x minus is towards the left and x plus is towards the right. You also have z, which moves the upper part of the spool. If you are cutting a very long piece, then you will have to move it up. If you are cutting a smaller part, then it is better to keep the z down, because otherwise with more length of wire, tension will also be more, breakage chance will also be more. We also have U and V.
that rotation.
Yes, so U and V is essentially the rotation of the wire holder.
This holder,
Yeah,
It can
that
tilt
holder
basically.
tilt in U direction, I mean in about x and about y.
with respect to that, the lower holder will be also...
Lower holder will be remain safe. So essentially if we rotate it, the wire, steady wire will become like
Okay,
this.
okay.
So
You
that's
can cut the
yeah.
slant.
Yes. So if we press the middle button, the light will blink, which means that abhi UV mode is on. So whatever things we do here will affect the tilt of the that base, whatever where the wire is coming to.
Okay. So
Otherwise
you
it is
can change the
automatically
mode
fixed.
with
Yeah.
middle button. Okay. Fine.
हो गया.
Done. Machine stop नहीं हुआ.
So after it done, you can stop, right?
Automatically stop. Already it's 58.
Now we have
So
to
program
open
has
this.
end.